Um, I was really nervous coming into today, and why is because I knew that you were going to, as a driver, be put into positions to where you were going to have to either decide to be flat out and possibly be a part of something like that, or look like a wimp and lift. But you know what? I lifted a little. I mean, there's just a lot going on out there, and it's way too early to be, getting runs and not lifting in the middle of the corner. Feel out your car, get used to it, see how it changes over the run. I mean, I was running the bottom, I started getting a little bit of push on the bottom, so you just kind of lift a little going into the corner, keep it under control, make an improvement on a pit stop, but I'm sure there was some things that happened that were out of anyone's control, and definitely there were a lot of cars that were in it that shouldn't have been in it, but, the first thing I said was, wow, and then I said, I hope everybody's okay, because it was like a movie scene. It was, which they try and make look as gnarly as possible, and it was debris everywhere across the whole track. You could smell the smoke, you could see the billowing smoke on the back straight from a car. There was a chunk of fire that we were driving around out there, and then you just see cars scattered, and it was, I hope everyone's okay. I know we haven't maybe heard about Dan, and that's just, you just don't want to have to be in that position, We shouldn't have to.
We talked to you about the emotions coming into this final race, what it was going to be like for you today. Obviously, this just takes it in a whole different direction.
That's what we were talking about. You have nothing to lose. I have nothing to lose, except I have everything to lose. It's all that sort of emotion wrapped in one, because I want to finish well and I want to do well. I don't want to be in an accident like that, and I know what my instincts are decent enough to try and not get a part of that, but it's going to come down to more of that in this race, I think. It's going to not be quite as bad if there's not so many cars, but hopefully it will just get everyone to straighten up and think, you know what, let's just be calm. Let's get down to the last 20 or 30 laps. Let's get down to the last pit stop even, because, in my position, I have nothing to lose and I have everything to lose.
Are you concerned at all about finishing this race?
No, I'm not. I know how to finish the race, unless, of course, you're caught in something that you can't, that is unavoidable. But, I was just talking to my dad, and he was like, it's a good thing you weren't up top. And I drove down the bottom for the first, 5 or 6 laps, and started getting a little tight. So I thought, you know what, I'll pop up high and see if I can just kind of get a more consistent run, because I was getting passed on the outside. Got up high, and that's kind of where all the chaos was. There's cars sliding all around and, darting lanes and moving and, just taking up the track and making it 3 wide and, chopping in front of me. And so I'm like, you know what, I'm going to get down to the bottom again. I might push a little on the bottom, but it's going to be consistent. So in my long-winded answer, I feel like I can finish this race. It's just a matter of, how many cats do you want to sacrifice in the process? How many lives do you have?
Danica Patricks going to go back out and finish this race and hopefully put one last IndyCar race under her belt.